Hello students, in this session we will start with a chapter called Algebra. In Algebra we have to study various topics. I'll just make the list of the topics first. Let's say equations. In equations we have to study 1 degree equations, then quadratic equations. We'll take them one by one. Then we have indices and surds. Then we have logs, logarithm. Then we have sequence and series. Which will have arithmetic progression, geometric progression and harmonic progression. This 1 degree equations will also include word problems on ages, numbers, etc. Alright. Okay. So now let's start with the first topic, that is equations. Now from there, before we get into equations, we need to understand certain terms like variables. So what do you mean by variables? Variables mean the x, y, z, etc. that we use. Alright. Constants, there are two types of constants that we have to deal with. Constants are of two types. One is known constants. Known constants are the numbers that we use. All the numbers that are useful to us, they are known constants. The other category in constants is unknown constants. Unknown constants, right? For example, A, B, C, M, K that we use in our equations. Okay, these are unknown constants. For example, if I give you an equation ax plus b equal to 0, here x is the variable, whereas a and b are the unknown constants. Okay. Now if I have 2x minus 3a equal to 0, here x is the variable, 2 is the known constant, 3 is the known constant, right? So 2 and 3 are known constants, a is the unknown constant. Right? This is just to understand, just to know their types and the properties. That's it, nothing else. Then we come to the next term, that is expression. Now, what do you mean by expression? Anything that you can create with constants and variables is an expression. Okay, let's say x, this is an expression. X squared, this is an expression. X plus y is an expression. 2y square minus 5y plus 3. X square minus 5x plus 6. Root x plus x. 4xyz. X square y cube. These are all different expressions, right? For expression, there are two things that we need to understand: number of terms, and the other one is degree. Now, what do we mean by these things? Let's see. In the first one, how many terms are there? As you can see, the number of terms is decided by the plus or the minus sign. I'll explain further also. This x means just one term. X square, this means just one term. But when it is x plus y, see, understand, plus or minus sign separates the term. So here there are two terms. 2y square minus 5y plus 3, now there are three terms. X square minus 5x plus 6, there are three terms again. Root x plus x, again two terms. Right? And you have to memorize that the multiplication does not separate the term. So even if you have three variables here, x into y into z, right, the term, number of terms is just 1. X square y cube, it is x square into y cube, so the number of terms is just 1. Alright. Now let's come to the degree thing. What is the meaning of degree? Degree is the highest power of a term. Highest power of a term in the expression. I repeat, degree of an expression is the highest power of a term in the expression. Now what do we mean by power? Let's see. The first one, this x. What is the power of x here? 1. And remember, you have to see the power of variable only. You have to see the power of variable only, not the power of constant. Okay. So x has power 1, so degree is 1. X square has power 2, so degree is 2. Now x plus y. Now this expression has two terms, but x has power 1, y has power 1. So we look at the degree of every term. So degree of this term is 1, degree of this term is also 1. Now which one is the higher of them? Higher of them is the same, that is 1. So degree of this expression is 1. What about this one? Look at the power of this term. This is 2. Power of this term is 1 and power of this term is 0. See, if something is not there, we will assume that the power is 0. Alright. So out of power 2, power 1, power 0, the highest is 2. So it is a 2 degree expression. X square minus 5x plus 6. Again, the power is 2 here. This is 1 power, this is 0 power. So here we can say the degree is 2. Now root x plus x, be careful here. What is the meaning of root x? Root x means x to the power 1 by 2. We will study it in a little while. Right. So root x is equal to x to the power 1 by 2. Okay. That means here the power is 1 by 2. Here x is the power of 1. Which one is the higher one? The higher one is 1. So it is 1. So degree of this expression is 1. Now comes the most interesting part. When there are two variables multiplied, what you need to do is add their powers to find the degree. Okay. This is same as x cube. So like x cube is actually equal to x into x into x. So power 1, 1, 1, that added, that is 3. So here also x into y into z also, the power will be the simple addition of the power of each variable. So I repeat, if there are different variables being multiplied, add the power of all the variables for the same term. Right? So here this is one term, but the degree is 3. This one. The term is only 1, but the power will be 2 plus 3 because it is a multiplication of variables. So x square into y cube. So it is 2 plus 3. That is 5 degree. Right? Now remember that in our questions, we have to study only degree 1 and degree 2 equations. Nothing more than that. Okay. So I'll remove this. Okay. Now let's go ahead. What do you mean by equation? Equation is a simple definitive relation. Definitive relation between expressions. Alright. Definitive, the sign that we use is, let's say we can say that one expression is equal to another expression. This is how we present an equation. Let's say for example, x plus y is equal to 5. This is an equation. X square minus 5x plus 6, this is equal to 0. Root x plus x equal to 3, this is an equation. Right? We have 1 by x minus 1 by x square, this is equal to 0. 1 by x minus 1 by x square, this is equal to 5. So these are different equations. Now let's go back to the expressions and let's take couple of them, more of them. Let's say if I have 1 by x minus 1 by x square. How many terms are there? 2. What is the degree of this? So if you look at this, degree of 1 by x is minus 1. Degree of 1 by x square is minus 2. If something goes from numerator to denominator or from denominator to numerator, the power becomes negative. So 1 by x is actually power minus 1. 1 by x square is power minus 2. So what will be the degree? Now which one is the higher of minus 1 and minus 2? Because there are two terms, we have to take the higher degree. Minus 1 is higher than minus 2. So the degree of this expression is minus 1. Similarly, root x, what is the degree of this expression? Degree of this expression is 1 by 2. Okay. What if it is 1 by root x? What will be the degree? So this is actually equal to 1 by x to the power 1 by 2, which is actually x to the power minus 1 by 2. So the degree of this expression is minus 1 by 2. Right? So a degree of an expression can be positive, negative, fraction, everything. The degree of an expression can be anything. Whereas the degree of equation cannot be negative, cannot be fraction, right? So we need to memorize that degree of an equation has to be positive integer only. It cannot be negative and it cannot be fraction. Also, when we go to find the degree at that time, there should not be any fraction or negative power present in the equation. While deciding degree of an equation, there should not be any fraction power or negative power present in the equation, right? So if there is anything present like that, you have to remove it. Let's see one by one. Let's take the degree of these expressions or these equations. Let's take these equations and find their degrees. What is the degree of the first one? It is x raised to 1 plus y raised to 1, that is equal to 5. So degree is 1. X square minus 5x plus is equal to 0. Degree is 2, the highest one. Root x plus x equal to 3. You cannot find the degree like this. Why? Because, let's see. Root x plus x equal to 3 here. Root x is power 1 by 2. So you cannot find the degree here. You have to remove the power 1 by 2. You have to remove the square root. How will you do that? Let's see. Root x can be equal to 3 minus x. Now you square from on both the sides. So it will be root x square equal to 3 minus x whole square. So we will have x equal to 9 plus x square minus 6x. So we have x square minus 7x plus 9 equal to 0. Bring them all on the same side. Right? So here the degree is 2, right? So this expression or this equation, we cannot find the degree because there is a root x available there. There is a power which is fraction power that is available there. So we cannot find. We have to remove that square root by squaring, by separating it, right? And then squaring it. So degree is 2. So the degree of this equation is 2. Now let's look at this one. Again, what is the degree of this? Degree of equation, we are already saying that it cannot be negative. So first we need to simplify this. Let's see. 1 by x minus 1 by x square equal to 0. So take LCM. If you take LCM, in denominator you will have x square. In numerator we will have x here and minus 1 here, that is equal to 0. So this gives us x minus 1 is equal to 0. Right. So from here you can see that the degree of this equation is 1. Right. So degree of this equation is 1. Remember, while finding the degree of an equation, there should not be any fraction power or any negative power present in the equation. If there are any, you have to remove them. Now the next one, the last one, let's see. If it is 1 by x minus 1 by x square equal to 5, I think the same process will happen. LCM x square, in numerator we will have x minus 1, that is equal to 5. So it is x minus 1 equal to 5x square. Here the degree is 2. Right? So unless you simplify to the last step, you cannot speak about the degree of an equation. Alright, so this is what we understand from degree and basic presentation of equation. Remember, in our cases, we will deal with only degree 1 and degree 2. Okay. For us, the most important is degree 1. Okay. Degree 2 is just a little bit important, right? So that is not something to worry about. Higher degree, we will not be asked any questions on that. Okay, now let's go ahead.